first step is to enter your OpenAI key. When you start the application, you can click this button that will take you to OpenAI, where you can either log in or sign up. You can create a new key or select an existing key. Here, we'll create a new key, and we'll call this key My AI Story Builder's Key, and we'll click the button to create the key. Next, we'll click the button to copy the key. We'll then return to online.aistorybuilders.com, and we will paste in the key and click the Save button. Next, we'll look at the New Story Wizard. Click the New Story button to open up the New Story Wizard. Enter a story title and a short synopsis and click the Create Story button. AI Story Builders will now create the story. It will create the characters, locations, and timelines, and the chapters that you selected. We can now examine that timelines have been created, locations, and characters, all based upon the synopsis. We'll click on the Chapters tab and the Chapters drop-down, and we'll see that 3 chapters were created. Chapter 3 has a synopsis as well as the very first paragraph, as well as Chapter 2 and Chapter 1. We'll scroll down and click the paragraph section to initialize editing, and we'll click the AI button to open it. In this case, we won't enter any instructions, we'll just click Save. AI Story Builders will continue writing the story from where it left off and add a new paragraph. Instead of just clicking Save, we'll click the Auto Detect Attributes Save, which will detect new attributes that are not in the database or new characters. It will display it in the Select Character Attributes, where we can select those attributes or characters that we want added to the database. And we just click Add Characters and Attributes to do so. Next, we'll look at handling timelines and flashbacks. AI Story Builders allows you to define new timelines. We'll click the New Timeline button, and we're going to create a timeline for the character Joanna as a child. We're going to set the time period for when she was a teen and describe her as a young girl. We're doing this so that we can attach attributes. We'll next select characters, and we'll select the Joanna character. There are plenty of background types, but here we want to select appearance and add a background. We're going to describe her at this time as always carrying a book, and make sure that this is attached to the timeline we just created. We'll go ahead and click Save. And now we'll return to the Chapters section. We're going to create a new paragraph where we'll have a flashback. We're going to first select the Characters button and make sure that Joanna is the only character in this paragraph. For location, we're going to select an empty location because this flashback won't have a specific location. Finally, we will select the Timeline button and make sure that this timeline is set to the timeline we just created. Now, when we click the AI button, we will give it an instruction to create a flashback. AI Story Builders will create the paragraph. However, it will only consider information about Joanna that was on that timeline where she wears large glasses and always carries a book. When we look at the results, we can see that was done. Give AI Story Builders a try.